Sleepers. Everyone loves them, and we'll give you our top three as the NFL draft is set to begin this Thursday. Hello, welcome into the studio. I am Phil Milani alongside Sidney Jones and Eric Dalala. Guys, sleepers. People like to talk about these hidden gems at the back end of the draft. Sidney, give us somebody who we've never heard of before but could make an impact for the Broncos.
Well, I don't know if you've never heard of him, Phil, but I've seen his name kind of floating around in different mock drafts and league circles. And the guy I'm going with is Sidney Brown. He's a safety out of Illinois. Of course, Sidney, how to pick a Sidney. Well, Phil, he was a five-year starter at the University of Illinois, and last year he had 6 interceptions, which was the best in the Big Ten. He's instinctive, he's tough, he's physical, he's fast. He earned first-team Big Ten, all Big Ten honors, and I really think he could come in and be a core special teamer. And he actually has a really interesting story too. Him and his brother, he's a twin brother who's also going through the draft process, and they had moved to, I think it's about 20 different homes and shelters in Canada before they were at the age of 16. And then they ended up moving to Florida and lived with a host family, and that's how they kind of got their football career started. So really an interesting story there, but he's the guy I'm going with.
I love a story like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be cool to be able to go through a tough process like this, the whole draft lead up and everything, with a twin brother.
Right.
That's got to be very interesting. I'm sure that the draft write-ups on these guys are exactly the same. I mean, they're twins, right? Eric, who's your sleeper for the Broncos?
Yeah, Phil, I'm going to go with a long snapper. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be sleeper.
That
That's
would really be
deep
sleeper.
sleep.
Deep sleeper.
REM.
Exactly. No, I'm going to go with a wide receiver, David Durden. He is out of West Florida. You know West Florida.
Durden. He's hungry like the wolf.
Exactly. He's you've heard of West Florida, I'm
Of course,
sure,
yeah, right
a
there.
classic college.
Golf.
The golf?
He's made a lot of plays over the last couple of years. Started his college career at Mercer, ended up at West Florida. 88 catches, 1,900 yards, 23 touchdowns, and a Division II All-American last year. He's kind of a guy that could go late in day 3, maybe even end up undrafted. You've seen him connected to the Broncos a little bit here, but he's got that 4.4 40-yard dash speed. He's a guy that maybe you pair him with the rest of these Broncos receivers. He's a guy that might be worth taking a flyer on.
I like that. A safety, wide receiver,
Yeah.
guys who could come in and play special teams. That makes a lot of sense as a sleeper. I'm going to go with an offensive lineman. A guy who can bulk up and build some strength a little bit. I'm saying Jared Patterson out of Notre Dame. He was a 4-year starter for the Irish, a 2-time captain. I like captains coming out of in the draft here. He can play both of those interior spots on the offensive line, so some versatility there. One profile I read on him said that he has stubborn hands. I don't know what that means, but I think it's a good thing. And then just when you talk about Notre Dame and the offensive lineman, Mike McGlinchey obviously joining the Broncos, but there are 11 former Irish offensive linemen playing in the NFL. So that's a good sign. He was a preseason All-American last year, but a foot injury slowed him down. So guys like that, I think, fit that sleeper mold. A 5th or a 6th rounder projected here, and I think he would be a good value for the Broncos at 195. So there's our top 3 sleepers there for you guys: Sidney Brown and David Durden. And Jared Patterson out of Notre Dame. So maybe some guys, if they hit on that, you know that we know what we're talking about. You know that we know. So we'll leave it at that. All right, our top 3 sleepers there for Eric Dalala and Sidney Jones. I'm Phil Milani.